So before we proceed further on the four other jhanas, arupa jhanas, so I thought it would be good to understand more about from a Buddha jana, the conscious experience. Okay, not from Buddha Dhamma. I'll explain from Buddha Dhamma, also explain from the Buddha jana, so that you will understand how Buddha solves the problem of consciousness. It's actually solving the problem of consciousness which will end the suffering. It's nothing, anything other than that. Like the other sutta, what I shared with you, if you see that he knows, or everybody knows that the body is something which is impermanent. Any intelligent person will come to know it's impermanent. Even in the Brahmajala Sutta, there's a mention that mind remains constant. Mind doesn't change, body changes. So when we say Puttujana, he is not a worldly going person. He is a person who is in search of reality, but is childlike. Okay. In the Buddha's dispensation, it is Puttujana because he is yet to find the right way of doing things. So don't mistake it to be a worldly person means really like we go to office and have kids and all that. That person is a householder. So you need to be clear. Buddha uses the word householder. He doesn't use the word Puttujana. Okay. So we need to know how he distinguishes, differentiates, and all that. Okay. And that is the reason he says Gaha, meaning house. Gahapati, one who is owning the house. Okay. He's not talking about that. And then Paribhajaka, it is in English written as wanderers. They are not wanderers. What is there to wander? Paribhajaka means one who is in search of reality. Okay. And what is that other sect? These are all funny English words which we take it to be real. There's nothing called other sect or this sect or that one and this one like that. In spiritual looking or lookout, every person who just acts like a child is a Puttujana. You tell him something, this is what you need to do, and he will start doing it, is a Puttujana. He doesn't even reflect upon, is it right, is it this way or that way, and all of that. There's no discernment. Okay? So in Buddha's words, those people who can't discern are Puttujana. And if not, then how will they achieve all the 24? Right? Have you ever thought how could they achieve all 24? They know it. Right? Is not householder. Gahapati. Okay. Now, what is in consciousness? Just like I'm speaking, consciousness means that which is aware, that everybody knows. As a paribhajaka to Puttujana, to Buddha disciples, to the Buddha, they all know. The difference here is, in the eyes of a Puttujana, the chitta is permanent. It stays. Okay? Now, in Buddha's view, or dispensation or explanation, the chitta also cannot stay if there is no fuel. Okay, so that's the differentiation between the paribhajyak puttujana way of understanding and the Buddha's way of understanding it. And that's the reason Buddha says, my Dhamma is based on dependent origination. If this is true, this comes to be. Meaning, if chitta has some food, the experience is going to come to be. If there is no food, then there is no experience to come to be. If there is no experience, then there's nothing to be born, nothing to mature, nothing to die, like that. Okay. But in the traditions, meaning when we say traditions, instead of using sectarian, I am putting traditions. Because that's really a tradition. There's a understanding that chitta is continuous and it dies. There's a chuti and then it continues. It does not have an end. And hence Buddha feels or says or explains that kind of understanding is puttujana. You got the point? That is, the chuti happens and there's a continuation. So in a higher realm. And then you can stay there. So when they come to the neva sanya, na sanya ayatana, they're stuck. Because now they don't know how to let go. So there are suttas which says, etan santan, etan panitan, yadidam, neva sanya, na sanya ayatana. So that's the max we can do, is to wait for it to complete the journey. Because if there is a perception, then the life, it comes back to life. If there is something to be perceived. So right now, when I perceive Aryu, there is food for the consciousness. So the consciousness starts eating. So in the conscious experience, Aryu is growing, Aryu is maturing, Aryu is going to die. Like I have a wife, and then the wife is maturing, wife is growing, and wife is going to die. This is the complex situation of consciousness. So this is where Buddha says, first try to see the Rupa, Arupa, and Kamaloka, all the three. And then you will come to see where is the Upadana, where is the Bhava. Okay. So, Ditthi Upadana. So you have a view. Sila Bhatta Upadana. You have a, not only just the view, you also would like to hold on to the rituals. Atta Upadana. Because the chuti, when it happens, it retains the memory. So you can go back to the past life. Simple. I can say I've not gone through any past life. That doesn't matter whether you go through past life or you didn't go through past life. But chitta is aware of the past lives because it is the sakshi, witness. It has witnessed. That's a witness. Chitta is a witness. Out of three things what we spoke yesterday on the chitta, mano and vijnana, Vijnana is a conditioned consciousness. You just condition it. This is Ariyu, and it keeps on saying it's Ariyu, it's Ariyu, it's Ariyu. And what to do with Ariyu is known to the Mano. So Mano will process the information. Okay, Ariyu is good, Ariyu is bad, Ariyu stays in America, Ariyu is Ibla, all that is there. So when it comes to Chitta, it doesn't do anything. It just observes. So when everybody says, including Goenka, when he says Sakshi Bhava, it means be in the Chitta. But again, the Chitta also is conditioned. In the end, you have to let go of the Chitta. Because that is what happens as Chuti. It also is cut. So the Vijnana gets cut with every senses coming and going. The Mano is cut after it has taken a decision that this is Ariyu, this is male, this is female, this is beautiful, this is ugly, all of that. So basically, Vijnana is a duality. I and that is Vijnana. The Mano is to make that duality happen. Yes, Vijaya. Vijay, you raised your hand. Okay, so.
Yes, sir. Namo Buddha, sir.
Namo Buddhaya.
Sir, Chitta and Mano. I want to know the difference. I can't understand that.
Chitta is a light.
Hello?
Chitta is a light. What do you want to know? It's just a light. And Mano is
No,
the.
Chitta and Mano. How to distinguish between?
That's what I'm telling you. Chitta means light, and Mano means that which knows the object. After Chitta comes Mano. So the consciousness, that is the awareness or whatever you want to call, gets polluted. And because there is a knower, there is a knower and a feeler. See, now you need to know three things when you're talking about dharma or dhamma. One, there is a witness who is witnessing everything. Then there is a knower, one who knows. And that knower has two sides to it. There is a feeler and there is a perceiver. When you say knowing, what will you know? You have to feel something. Otherwise, there's nothing to know. And there is a perceiving. Okay? That is Vedana and Sanya, if I were to use the Pali word. So in the light, this table is seen. But this table is non-sentient. It doesn't have life. But that life brings in life to this table. So the table can now feel and perceive in the light of that Chitta. As long as Chitta is there, this table can feel and can perceive. So that is Mano. It can recognize the object and then it can take a decision what to do with that object. So the consciousness, when it goes out, it's called Vijnana, no knowledge. Vijnana, cutting out the knowledge. It doesn't have the true knowledge of what that is. It just takes whatever is told. So it is told it is Vijaya. So now I am talking to Vijaya because the voice which was heard is of Vijaya, not just the sound. It was Vijaya sound which came into it, and then Vijaya I am seeing. Okay, that's Vijnana. So when Buddha says Chakkuncha Paticca Rupecha Uppajit Chakku Vijnanam, it is The Vijaya which has come. Inna Sangati Passo Passapache Vedana. So I'm feeling Vijaya. But what started was just that light, which is Chitta. So yesterday we were talking about Chitta, Mano, and Vijnana, these three things. And when the Mano is there is a saintly, and that's the reason it's called Mano Indriya, because it comes to life. Just like other Indriyas, Mano is an Indriya, meaning it's a faculty or its own field. It'll keep on eating whatever it wants to eat. So it will eat the eyes, it'll eat the ear, it'll eat the nose, tongue, body, and itself. Okay. So in general, if you're recognizing an object, that recognition is there in Mano. It just recognizes and it knows. Now you can't ask who told it. There's no who there. It is just the Mano. And whatever we are calling as Vijaya is just a Mano. You got the point? If you have family, that family is in Mano. It's stored in Mano, nowhere else. So when Mano is there, it'll come to Manasam, the next level of grasping it. Oh, what kind of family? Oh, it's my family, Hadayam. Hadaya means heart. So Hadaya means keeping closer to the heart. It's my family. Pandara means light. Actually, it's light. So you reflect that it is my family, I need to be together. So when Vijaya comes, I know she's not part of my family. But with Aryu, I have now a family because I treat him like my son. So where it is done, it's done in Mano. And I have a Manasam. And Hadayam, that in my heart, I feel for Aryu. So the Pandara, it is saying that it's your son sitting there. Then it comes to Mana Indriya. Now it comes to a complete experience. Indriya will experience. So it keeps on grasping on objects. So Mana Indriya. Mana Ayatana. Ayatana is a sense everywhere now because of the Chitta. Then Vijnana, by which time Aryu is fully formed in me. I and Aryu are two things now, like I and Vijaya. So it goes in this direction and then becomes Vijnana Khanda. Just like Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankhara Khanda, there is Vijnana Khanda. This is the five Khandas. Okay. So whatever we are talking, it's five Khandas. So a Puttujana does not know the five Khandas. He can only see an object which has Chitta, Mano, and Vijnana. He can't see anything else. And he believes, or she believes, or everyone believes, including you, me, and everyone, including an Anagami, believes that I exist. That is, Chitta is there, permanent, eternal. Only at Arhat that will be cut. So the Nibbana is experience, that's correct. But I am an Anagami going to be there. So don't get into an illusion that the person will not have I, that I will remain, because the Chitta is I. So what Buddha says, you remove the fuel and then there is no rebirth. Why he says that if the person is an Anagami, he will never be reborn in the human realm because it doesn't have the other things. The Hadayam doesn't have anything now. It is cleared out. So it doesn't have Pandara, Mana, Ayatana, Mana, Indriya, and Vijnana Khandha is pure white light which is flowing. So it only has Chitta, Mano, Manasam. And when an Arhat, there's only Chitta. There's nothing which gets created. Okay, so this clarity I wanted to give so that we know what we are talking. So when we say first jhana, it means you are going from the vijnana backwards. And when you come to the neva sanyana sanyayatana, you have almost reached the end of the chitta. Got the point? And that's the reason I've been requesting everyone to get into jhana, because then you can see for yourself how the vijnana goes back to chitta. If you have not done so, or you don't know how to do so, it's a disaster. Because this one, you can't learn through books or through some discourses or some videos online or something like that. It's something the chitta has to experience itself, and nobody can give an experience of the chitta. So, if we want to do chittanupassana, that person should have at least seen 4 jhanas. Because if it says, saragam va chittam, saragam chittam pajanati, knows it completely. Pajanana, janana is to know. Pa, if they add, is complete. So complete knowing. It has come. In the chitta, not in mano. In the chitta, the starting point. And because it has come there, it will now flow to mano, manasam, hadayam, pandaram, like that. Okay. So we should know. Otherwise, no chittanupassana is going to happen. I can keep on reading that. I can even recite it beautifully, which is vijnana anyway. It makes no sense. I might study the whole Satipatthana backwards, forward, all sides. I can give a discourse. I can talk very well on DN22. Makes no sense. Nonsense, basically. I'm the worst idiot you can ever find because I've never experienced Chittanupassana. Okay? So, when we do Kayanupassana, the Vedananupassana is also done, the Chittanupassana is also done, and you apply Dhamma to cleanse it. Dhammanupassana is not the what comes within the Chitta. That's also one stupid argument what I hear from some people. It's the teaching. Dhammanupassana is teaching. It's got nothing to do with some Dhammas coming. Nothing like that. So basically, you should know Chitta is white light. So in meditation, meaning in the sitting meditation, if you are getting white light, it means you have reached almost to the level of the Chitta, which is pure white light, which can get established in Abhasara realm. The same one. There's nothing else. When it gets contaminated, it becomes like this body. And this is Vijnana. Basically, this body is Kaya Vijnana. If you don't know, there's 6 Vijnanas. This is Kaya Vijnana. This. There is no person. It's a Kaya Vijnana. Got the point? This is Chakku Vijnana. This is Sota Vijnana. This is Ghana Vijnana. This is Jivha Vijnana. The remaining thing is Kaya Vijnana. and making it something out of it is Manovinya. Yes, sir, you.
Yeah, I have a question. So earlier you were saying in this second jhana in Abhasara, at the
Mm,
culmination of it, you will also see like 100 suns. So that light
mm.
is different from the light that you see in the fourth jhana, or the different qualities, or same.
It's the same. Sun is a sun, but it's so bright it looks like thousand, hundreds of suns.
Mm. And in the fourth jhana, the purity will be higher.
Yes, it keeps on refining.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Just a cloud over the sky and the sun. Let's take this example. Good question. Light clouds. Can you see the sun? Yes. Very light clouds. You can see the sun. Slightly thick clouds. Can the rays can be seen? Yes, it can be seen. Buddha used the word rasmi, and in Sanskrit it is rashmi, rays. Is there one sutta? Buddha asked this question, rasmi. The one what I had sent, Attiraga Sutta, in that northern wall, western wall, that is there. In that, he asked rasmi. Rasmi means rays. If a cloud is there on the sun, can it still emit light? And the answer is yes. And that is called as aura. Simple. So somebody is asking me this question, can you see my aura? Can you see my aura? It's like a putujana, like a child asking, Daddy, Daddy, show me this, show me this. It's foolishness. It's there. It's just you can't see the chitta. That's it. Okay. Now, this dirt, like in the sewer, this chitta has fallen in a sewer, as covered with something like this. So the objective is to remove this because it thinks it is its home, the chitta. Now, then we can ask this question, then are there not six chittas? Yeah, you can consider like that. Absolutely nothing to stop you. There's the six vinyana, then why not six chitta? No. The reason being, the light is the one, but spread out in six directions. Just like you have one hole, but it's spread out like this. Okay? Yeah, prism, something like that. Yeah. So now, if you were to, when I say meditate, the English word meditate or dhyana or jhana, it means slow it down. The vinyana is conditioned. Slow it down so that the vinyana goes back to mana ayatana. Still slow it down, goes to mana indriya. Then slow it down, goes to pandara. Then slow it down, comes to hadaya. Then slow it down, it will come to manasam. Then slow it down, it comes to mano. Slow it down, chitta. Now, what Buddha is talking about, sampajanakari hoti, is the chitta level. You are aware of everything. When bending, you know you're bending. When standing, you know you're standing. When sitting, you know you're sitting. It's just a light. In that light, the body is doing this, that, talking, eating, blah, blah, blah. There's no person. Now, from this chitta standpoint, you're seeing everything in the world. Because the world is created from the chitta onwards, not on the chitta backwards. So in another sutta, Buddha says charana. We have covered that sutta also. He says it's so colorful. Why? From mano onwards, it becomes colored up. So he says, monks, please look at the chitta, look at the light. He doesn't use the word look at vijnana. He says, look at the chitta. Okay. So we need to know this subtle nuances when Buddha uses vijnana, when Buddha uses chitta, when Buddha uses mano. If you are not, we will mix up everything because anyway we are not experienced it. So for us, everything is mind. Because in English, chitta is also mind, mano is also mind, this is also mind, everything is mind. I don't know which mind, what mind are we talking about? We don't know. Because there's no word to better explain in English. Even in Hindi, you can't explain. What is there to explain there? Unless you really know Pali, there's no way to explain. Even if I were to use Hindi, what would I have explained? I could only say Manasam. What you understand of Manasam, I don't know. So basically, to make it clear, the 9 things which we had covered earlier, this is very good to know again. As a Puttujana, he doesn't know 9, he knows only 3. Chitta, Mano, and Vijnana. All these 3 things. So when he talks Vijnana, Buddha talks Vijnana, he's talking on the object which has been perceived and felt. That means I've already perceived Bobby sitting in a car. Chakuncha paticca rupecha uppajjati chakku vijnanam is the chakku vijnana has Bobby in the car. It has recognized the car, it has recognized Bobby, and nothing else. Tinna sangati passo. Now the contact has happened between these 3. So as long as Bobby is sitting in the car, I know Bobby is in the car. If the Bobby were to get out of the car, then there's only car. If the car were to go away, that vijnana is gone. You understand? Yes, no, can't say.
Yes.
Got it. At least Bobby got it. I don't know about others. Again, I repeat, like in the case of Ashwin, he is in the office, but he's putting their Anumodana Sankalpa as a background. Right? So now Anumodana Sankalpa, he is in Anumodana Sankalpa. As far as the Chakku goes, it can see the Anumodana Sankalpa there and it can see Ashwin there. That is Vijnana. And how did that come to be? Because of the contact. Tinna Sangati Passo. Yam Vedeti. So Passa Pache Vedana. So there's a feeling of Ashwin and Anumodana Sankalpa being there. There's a feeling. I feel happy now that Ashwin is putting Anumodana Sankalpa. Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati. I perceive both Anumodana Sankalpa and Ashwin. Yam Sanjanati Tam Vitakketi. Now I start thinking. It's all happening in Vijnana, please understand. Now I'll cut the Vijnana itself. Then what happens? Ashwin is gone. Ashwin will stay as long as he is in this call. Right? So now when this call ends, Ashwin is gone. So the Ashwin as a Vijnana is gone because the Chakku is now distracted into something else. And that vijnana starts. So we can see the vijnana changing from this object to that object, this object to that object. Okay? That's what it is. Now, when you come to the one level before, mana ayatana, is it Ashwin there? Yes, he's still there. Mana indriya, is still there? Yes, as a memory. Pandara, he's still there? Yes, as a concept. Hadayam, he's still there? Yes, because he's known to Vilas. So as long as Vilas exists, Ashwin is going to be there. Because in the Hadaya, Vilas is also there. Then Manasam, is Vilas there? Yes, very much there. Is Ashwin there? No. Why? Because it's only I which can stay in Manasam. I with that object. When we go one level down, Mano. Is Ashwin formed there? No. Is Vilas formed there? Yes. With relation to Vilas, Aryu exists. With relation to Vilas, Ashwin exists. With relation to Vilas, Bobby exists. Got it. So the I-ness has not formed in Mano, but it knows. Right? There's a knower. And I know. Right? We in American English, every two sentences starts with I know. I know. I wanted to ask, what you know? You know, what do you mean you know? Even you yourself don't know. Why are you asking me you know? So every sentence is, you know, I don't know. I wanted to answer. I don't know. Do you know? That you know is manasam. No, mano. It knows. That's where all of your past life is stored. All. So you want to do a past life regression, you have to hit on mano. It opens up. Okay. So it opens up due to chitta. So the chuti is seen by the chitta, and that's the reason called as chuti. And in Abhidhamma, they added another word, patisandhi. It was not there during the life of the Buddha. After Buddha, in the second Buddhist council, they added patisandhi. It's an imported word, not found in the original. Okay. Patisandhi means at that moment. So as soon as it's cut, the next begins. So that chuti patisandhi. The chuti happens, the cutting happens. So the chitta gets blackened out, meaning somebody switches off the light. Nothing is there. Darkness. And then the light opens up. And then again, it starts. So in Abhidhamma, it's bhavanga. A new bhava has started. Yes.
So I remember you said, I know we're all fearful of death, right? But I think once you get out of the body, actually it's peaceful. You feel relaxed. I mean, you feel relieved of this. So this moment of darkness is what the fear is. We are afraid of this period of darkness. Is why we're so afraid of death. Not the afterward, because afterwards it's fine. But that moment is
afterwards is nibbana. So that's the reason you are going to die before the death takes you. That's nibbana.
So my question is, for normal people, after they die, they're fine. They're not so much in fear. But that moment of darkness is what brings so much fear.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yes. So basically, this is what you need to know. That chuti, chitta, mano, and vijnana. I don't know how much did you understand, misunderstand, over understand, I don't know that. But this is the max I can tell you now. So the remaining portions you have to experience for yourself. I can't do anything further than this. I brought as many analogies as I could in using the language, but beyond that, you have to do it. How you do it, it's up to you. You have to see the chitta. If you see that light, and you know the remaining story. No amount of reading is going to help, because all that reading is vijnana. So all the Tipitaka reading is actually vijnana. It doesn't go in any even an inch will not get into the chitta. So between mano and vijnana, it keeps on rotating. Mano will keep on picking up all impressions, and vijnana will, because the memory is there in the chitta. So it keeps on giving it to mano. Mano also has memory. Vijnana also has memory. So whenever I see Ariu, I'll say, is Ariu, even though he's become fat, I still call him Ariu. I don't call him fat Ariu. When he becomes lean, I don't call him lean Ariu. I keep the name constant, because that's what vijnana can do. Right? So basically, this is what I wanted to cover today majorly. You need to have clarity, at least some clarity. I don't know where it is going to store. It's in mano only. So it's up to you how to run back from vijnana khanda to chitta. So how do you do it? That's the reason Buddha says savittaka, savichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. 5 steps to enter into the first jhana. Is also covered in Mahavedala Sutta. If somebody want to know how to enter into first jhana, what are the 5 factors to enter into the first jhana, Sariputta says vitakka, savittaka, savichara, piti, sukha, ekagata is the 5 factors to enter into first jhana. So you need to enter into the first jhana to cut out vijnana to begin with, because that is dirty jnana. It has no jnana. Absolutely bullshit. It stores unnecessary information like wife, son, children, money, office, Australia, America, India, Nepal, China, this, that, politics, all the things, whatever you learned, junk is in vijnana. Yes.
It's a quick question about this vitaka and vichara. So my understanding now is that this vichara is you holding on to this new thing which you picked up, let's say whatever breath, or you keep on holding. The more you hold on to it, the less room it leaves for other vitaka vichara. So it becomes savitaka.
So it is called savittaka savichara. Then you have to get into avittaka vichara in the second jhana. The second jhana is always avittaka vichara, no savittaka savichara. And hence the piti and sukha comes, because then you are touching the mano. And the cleansing is happening in mano. So the gladness happens in mano. So it lets go of conditions. So then the wife, husband, house, money, blah, blah, all that is slowly removed from the mano. Okay? So it starts reflecting light as in chitta. So then the third jhana is sukha, because you are almost near chitta. The fourth jhana is chitta. That's the reason it's equanimous, because chitta doesn't involve with anyone. Then it's infinite space, because chitta has no restrictions. Then it is infinite consciousness, because it is itself. it it can spread into so many now, all. Then nothingness, no objects. Then neva sanya na sanyayatana. That means no perceptions. Okay? That's the reason I'm saying get into jhanas. Okay. Not the Chula, sorry, that Chula Dasa book is good, but then you have to come to the Buddha Dhamma. So you can take that Chula Dasa book to get to some level and then come into Buddha.
Before
Hmm.
going into Jhan, were you aware about the details which you are giving now? Bef- like when you get into the Jhan, all the 8 Jhans you are telling. So at that time, did you have this all details which you are giving now?
What do you mean? I didn't understand your question.
What I'm saying, like when you were in the 8 Jhans, where you were practicing that at that time,
Hmm.
initially when you have started those all 8 Jhans, when you have attained those all Jhans, that time, initially, were you aware of these details which we are discussing now? Details of chitta
Yes.
or these all steps, like the theoretical one which we are getting now.
Yes,
Did
I
you
have read
have
the
that?
Yes, I have verified on the theoretical ones in the Vibhanga before because I always keep on checking between the experience what I'm getting and where in the Sutta or in the Vibhanga it is there.
So you were simultaneously on both tracks.
Hmm. Because I can't rely on my own experiences. I need to see whether it is right or wrong. Experiment has passed or failed. Something should be there, right? Yeah, Shruti, go ahead.
Where from Buddha got this?
What?
So, like I'm saying, you were managing both the tracks. How did Buddha do it?
How did Buddha do it? I have to go and ask Buddha. Because in the case of the Buddha, the purification is a long process. That's the reason when Dipankara told us the previous, when he was not even a Buddha, Sumedha, he said, you can be an Arhat. He said, no, I want to be a Samma Sambuddha. Because you have to remove all the dirt on the consciousness. What I did is just because I know Pali and I can understand, it became easy for me to go through the literature and find out. Not that I did not refer to any English or anything, I was just going through English also just to see whether I'm understanding it correct. But then, majorly, since I know, it became very easy to go to first read it, experiment it, again look at it, and see where it is. And with are you buying me the Chat GPT 4.0, it even increased the speed because now I can frame questions in such a way that it can give me answers. So I became intelligent also in prompting to Chat GPT. So now I can verify it at speed between different suttas. Otherwise, I have to go through this sutta, that sutta, and do it. Sometimes ChatGPT does it wrong. So then I say, this is not there in that sutta. It says apologies, and yeah, now I know it is here and all that. But other than that, I have gone through the Sutta Pitaka maximum of it and the Abhidhamma in terms of Vibhanga.
So if this would have been available to Buddha that time, he could have achieved it quickly, or what can I say? Very fastly, sir.
Yeah, maybe Shruti, at that time they didn't develop AI. So that was the unfortunate thing of the Buddha. So, but now you have every tool available, so it becomes easy now. It should become easy. Like I was telling Bobby that just like Aryu has a nice park outside his home where there is no traffic and there's no sound, Bobby also has the same situation. So he can be an anagami and arhat quite easily because there is no disturbance. Actually, he is in a place where there's so calmness. Like Aryu's place is so calm, he can utilize to the best. Right? But it is up to Aryu to use it. But in my case, I have a mosque, I have a temple, I have 100 different people talking at the same time, dogs, cows. I don't have lions and tigers and hyenas and all that. Otherwise, it would have been a jungle. But other than that, my house is surrounded by interesting things, and somebody drilling, somebody breaking house, somebody honking, somebody screeching, and our house is the road is sliding down, so the buses when they go they put a brake and then that sound will be coming. In that you should attain all the 8 jhanas. Okay. So Shruti, my life is far as best as what Buddha is experiencing, because I had to nullify all of these effects. Yes, Harry.
Yeah, I was thinking the benefit for you is that if you don't practice Indriya Samvara, you will go crazy. So you have to.
I have to. So I had to cut out the sound. And when I got to the VR, I also came to know from Bobby that in when he goes to that retreats, there are no Doha coming from Goenka. But in Bangalore, they made sure that it hits to your ear. In fact, if that fitted to that ear itself, it would have been better. Every year we'll have one Goenka Doha coming and then he will be singing. So they could have given us a headset where you have to keep on hearing to Goenka. And then say, now you get into jhanas. Let's see. Anyway, that's a long story in a short way. Yes, Bobby.
Well, see, at the time when people experience this type of jhanic level or enlightenment, that Buddha is there to confirm that, right? Now, since you are saying that, all you have experienced and verified from the suttas. So is anybody in the present stage after Buddha has passed away, this is how they understand using the what is written in the suttas, they experience by themselves, because nobody can verify it, right?
No, that's what Buddha says in 3 or 4 suttas. The same question is asked. After you are gone, who will confirm? So what does Buddha say?
Yeah, he's given that mirror.
That is one. He says, Yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati. If you want some human being to come and tell you, Bobby, I see arhat in you, and you feel, wow, thank you, Bhante, that's not going to help. You should know it for yourself. Dhamma is something which will make you know for yourself. You don't require anyone. And that's what even Buddha says to Ananda. You keep on asking me this, where that guy went, where this guy went, is going to be a burdensome on me. I will teach you how to know, and they can even declare. that they will never be reborn in the apayas. It's there, right? So you should know how to get there for yourself.
But in those suttas, the first level, always there he says that the first three fetters, if it is gone, is he is not going into abhayas. So that is a pretty straightforward explanation, But he is not telling about all this, jhanic experience or what is that, and other experiences. But the first three fetters
No,
is
let's take that argument. It's perfect argument. So now, why should you tell about your jhana? It's so clearly written what you want from him. See, if you look Samanya Palasutta DN2, step by step he is given. So why it would take so much of pain for somebody not
no,
knowing?
I definitely see now. For example, he has given all these teachings of how to practice, how to practice samadhi, how to practice, how to get into wisdom. Everything he has explained in many suttas. It makes sense also. But on the course, you have a feeling that these first three fetters are not that hard. It might be gone even. You have a feeling that. So, but that may not be a first level of enlightenment, right? So that's what I
Why?
was.
Why? See,
Because
simple. There are four factors. Try it out today. Now, blindfold yourself and you say you will not follow Buddha Dhamma from today. You say that's the worst ever thing I wanted to learn in my life. And see what happens.
I think I can't do that. That's the only refuge I have.
So, if you have read Kitagiri Sutta, doesn't he say that the Sadhanusari, even though he is not experienced anything at all, doesn't even know whether the three fetters are gone, he says before death he will be a Sotapanna. Isn't it true or not?
Yeah, he said that. That has given me a lot of confidence also. But then other times I also hear about all these very profound levels of mind. So that time I get okay. So,
No, the thing is like this. Why these are indicated? So let's try to understand in a proper perspective. What is Sadhanusari? He just knows there is something called Buddha and he gets attracted by that and he cannot let it go. If that is your state today, or everybody is sitting here, their state is like that, they can't let go of the Buddha. That's sufficient. They might not even have even a smallest insight into Nibbana. Right? It's there in the sutta. It's not said by Vilas. Isn't it true or not?
yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. In many suttas, he said that.
Yes. So go by that. Why do you want one idiotic human being to tell you that you have reached Sotapanna? Why?
Because we have a perception that this is something which is very, very
Rare.
rare or very difficult or very.
Correct. Let it be very difficult, but then they have to prove sutta wrong then. Or they have to say, you know what I know is real and what the sutta says is unreal. Let anybody prove like that. Let somebody challenge it. Let's see. The scripture is wrong. What I'm saying is the right.
If you tend to believe like that, then also there is an argument that whatever Buddha says, this doubt or something, if even if you feel that you have a very high amount of faith, then somebody who is experienced or who may think that they'll say, oh, it is not in that level. It might be even more, or it is it is. But now you are saying that it is a faith to a sufficient level.
Yes. Yes. So the thing is, it is experiential faith. Right? What is experiential faith? Now I will give you this, right? I just now said, drop Buddha from your thinking. Just see what happens. For today, only for today.
It naturally comes. I can't hope there is a problem.
So you're done. So let's say a Christian missionary will come and tell you, I'll give you 1 million US dollars, not Australian dollars. Jesus will take you to heaven. What would you do?
It's not that if somebody tells me that if they make me American president also, I don't want that. Or maybe.
So you are having confidence in Buddha, right?
I have, but what level? I don't know. I have, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry for the long conversation, like other people.
No problem. Somebody is from the office is asking me what time will you be free. So I'm just answering also. So basically, one litmus test. 1 minute. Litmus test for all of us. If you have some confidence in the Buddha, for whatever reason, because it works, because you like it, because you feel for it, or something like that, then you are a Saddhanusari. Okay, and you can't change it.
I think Bobby missed that.
Yeah, Bobby, while you went away,
Sorry.
okay, your chitta had a chuti. So when you came back, you missed it. So let me put it back when you were alive. Okay, so basically, if somebody comes and tells you, okay, that you don't have to believe in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, whether you have really experienced or not, you will feel a tremendous pain and will not allow you to do that. Also, it will really create an issue if you were to break any of the precepts. So even if you were not a Sotapanna, from that definition point of view, or no human being has told you so far, no Bhante or Thero or whoever monk has told you so far, the very fact that you are holding on to Buddha Dhamma means you are a Saddhanusari. Anusari means follower. You already have faith. Even though aveccha pasada, that means experiential faith, has not happened, let's say. But this has happened. Now, when will you lose 3 fetters? The first fetter, easy fetter, will go is doubt. Now you don't have any doubt. Whether you are a Sotapanna or not a Sotapanna, I doubt whether you have a doubt. Why did you come to Buddha Dhamma? Correct. In fact, you are imposing so much on your family that they have to be on Dhamma, like that, right? So that means you are not only sold out, you are also ensuring that your wife and the other 2 poor children also will accept to what you say, right? So no doubt. Now we have another 2 fetters to go. One is Sila Vitta Paramasa. Paramasa means just having a view that with this I can get liberation. Paramasa. Okay. Now, what it means here is that in your case, you are not following rites and rituals like what any religion would do, religiously following it. So I doubt whether you have the second fetter also. You have to check for yourself. Are you blindly following? Just go to the monastery and then do all that funny things. Okay. Or wherever you see Buddha statue, you fall without even thinking whether road is there or not there. Okay, traffic is there, just fall. No, right? That is Sila Vitta Paramasa. Okay. And third one is Sakkaya Ditti. If you believe you exist in the body or within the body or something to do with body, do you believe like that? No. So that means all the three fetters are gone.
So is it this in this order, or like, because I thought the doubt is the main one. Other two I had a feeling that it is quite reachable, or quite possible.
Okay, let's take the doubt as the difficult one. Now you have doubt. Why did you ever come to Buddha Dhamma? Do you have a doubt now?
Well, that type of doubt I don't have. But what I thought was, maybe something more profound or something, very experiential or.
See, doubt is a doubt. Visiki Icha means a doubt, skeptical doubt that I don't think so this is going to work. Do you have anything like that?
I'm almost sure that this will work.
Yes. Not almost, you're sure. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been dying to do this.
Yeah, that way it is. Yes.
Yeah. Including sponsoring me to Australia.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Hold on for a second. No, I'm telling you why. If you didn't have that, you would be thinking twice.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not about flight ticket. I can pay for it, but you're going to keep me in your house for 24 days, just like what Eriu did for 21 days. Right? It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple dana. So by that token, whether you or Eriu or Chirag, who have done so far, is no small sacrifice. Actually, whether I deserve it, I don't deserve it, it's my problem. But it's no small thing at all. So why are you doing it? Just think.
Because of faith, Saddha.
Exactly. And then whatever I'm saying, you're experiencing, you're getting it, right? Otherwise, by now you would have thrown me out. Correct?
No, whatever you're saying makes sense, but the experience, yeah, to some extent, not completely.
It makes sense because it works. Otherwise, it won't make sense, right?
Yeah, but
See,
you are saying like continuously experience 8 jhanas, all these things.
that you are not willing to do it. That is a secondary thing. See, you are convinced, right?
I'm convinced.
Yeah, you're convinced. But otherwise, by now, we wouldn't have been in talking terms. You would have dropped long time ago. Same thing with Ariu. He wouldn't have been spending time with me for last 5 years. And this is been 6 years, basically. Right? That means there is something which is working. If you reflect upon it, there's something which is working. So the worst case scenarios, if we take, aren't the three fetters gone out of you? You still have a doubt that three fetters are still there? Think. Yeah, your expectation is something profound should happen. That's the problem. That I'm going to take it out when I'm there in Australia. That's a separate issue. But if you were to reflect today, do you have a doubt that why this Buddha Dhamma will work? I don't think so it will work. I think this is not the right way of living. I don't care and all of that. And then you should say, what, these rituals, I should be doing it, like every day go to the monastery, I have to serve that monk and this and that, all of that. And then you should think that I am the body, I am in the body, I am within the body, I'm this, I'm feeling, it's my feelings and all that. Just see. What you are expecting is something different. That I will handle it later. But as far as this thing goes, check it for yourself. And that's what the mirror reflection is all about, of what Buddha is talking. So why don't you stick to that and see whether it's true or it's false? If it is true, accept it is true. If it is false, you can know that you are not at least Sotapanna. Why you require some fellow to come and tell you, Bobby, I see in your eyes, the twinkling thing which comes in the TV, right? So when some movie, some whatever our friend Aryu puts it, then they give some background music and some light, something like that, and then that is Sotapanna. No, what they're trying to say is like what he's put in the background now. Okay, what he is saying is, Aryu is gone mad. Okay, now that is Sotapanna. What Aryu is showing, right? If he were to say, if he were to ask, oh, he got the Dhamma, how do you show it? So the one who is animating will then put some color so that it shows that it is, Aryu, behind you, wow, what a color. And then it's Sotapanna. Okay. So basically, we need to know whatever we are doing, that we have achieved something for ourselves. So, and in fact, Buddha also says, there can be Sotapannas who wouldn't have got anything. No jhanas and no glimpse of Nibbana. But yet Sotapanna. Right? Because they will go on the Dhammanusari later. So they won't have got anything. Yes.
And the reverse is also true. You can get a glimpse of Nibbana, yet not be a Sotapanna.
Yes.
Like in the case of Ajatashattu.
Yes. So Bobby, tell me one thing, or this is for all of you. What else Buddha should give us to show you whether where you have reached?
Sorry, I don't know whether I should ask. What is that? Ajatasattu got a glimpse of Nibbana.
He, in that Samanya Palasutta,
yeah,
in the end, Buddha says he got it, but because he has killed his own father, he missed the opportunity of becoming a Sotapanna.
So what is the glimpse he got? He didn't.
He understood the Dhamma. He understood completely. He understood completely.
Yeah, he said it's
Really,
like a stone overturned, like a darkness turned light, and all that things,
okay.
right? That all the things other people say, he said that, but still Buddha
So
said
that
he's
means
broken.
He's showing his faith, right? He's proclaiming his faith.
Yes. Bobby, you did not kill your father and mother, and hence you are a Sotapanna. In the case of Ajatasattu, he killed his father. So he missed the opportunity to become a Sotapanna because 5 Anantariya Papa Kamma. Right.
His questions were very intelligent, right?
Exactly. So he's a smart guy, smart ass, but killed his father. So he missed the opportunity to be a Sotapanna. Now, in our case, we have not killed our own father and mother, nor we have created schism in the Sangha, nor we have killed a Buddha, nor we have injured a Buddha. right? So what stops you from becoming a Sotapanna? You think. I just said, don't follow Buddha Dhamma Sangha for today. And you're saying no. See, he was saying no. Okay, $100 million. You said even if you're given American president, you're not interested. Right? So that means you're already sold over. Think. And you yet feel that you're not a Sotapanna. What to do? Because you're expecting something else to happen so that you can be proclaimed as a Sotapanna by some so-and-so Bante or Ajan. So some Ajan Sumedo or Ajan Jayasaro, Ajan this person, that person will say, Bobby, I'm seeing a change in you. Yes, Bante.
No, I don't think if they say also, I will completely.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Gopal Krishna.
Yeah.
So that obstacle itself becomes a problem for attaining the Sotapanna or Sagadagami, Anagami or Arhant. That expectation itself is a big obstacle.
You're not supposed
Without
to expect, you are supposed to know it.
expect,
It's like you're going to a place,
yes,
you should know where you're going.
that's true.
Knowing
But
is different than
always,
expecting.
yes, Guruji.
So we all need to know. Just like I bought a ticket or Aru bought a ticket for me to San Francisco. If I had taken a flight to London, let's say, thinking that I'll go to San Francisco, it is wrong. I need to know. I need to see my boarding pass, what it says, BLR to SFO. Like now the boarding pass will say BLR to BRI. So I need to know it. It's not an expectation. I need to know it.
Yes, Guruji. Knowing and start working, so things happens on its own.
No, things will never happen on its own. This is Buddha Dhamma. If you believe things will happen on its own, that is not going to happen.
But we should be working on the path, walking on the path, Guruji. That is
Yes,
very
you
important.
walk on the path. It's like you have to go to the airport, but you should know where to catch the flight. If you are in the arrival hall, you will never be departing. If you are in the departing hall, you will never be arriving.
Okay.
So we need to know. Simple.
We need to know.
You need to know. Please remember this, Buddha's words, pajanana. You should know. Janati, pasami. And then why he says, if Buddha would have not said this, Chakku Mudapadi, Jnanam Mudapadi, Panya Udapadi, Aloko Udapadi, that should come to you. Right? It's not an expectation. You should know. So whatever we are doing, for a normal thing, you are coming tomorrow to my home. You start walking then. Let's see, whenever it comes, it comes. Will you just do like that? You will plan, you will take a cab, you will
I will
come.
plan, I will check and
What's that?
yes.
You have to do all of that, and then you
No, I'll
stand in front.
be checking.
Yes. So Gopal Krishna, you stand in
I'll
front
be
of the
checking and walking.
Wait for a second. You're going to stand in front of the building. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. I'll stand here. But I don't have any expectation of going to the third floor. The floor itself will come to me. It will not, right? You have to take an elevator and you have to come to the third floor. You have to press the bell and then we are going to come out. So we need to know.
We need
Yes,
to know.
that don't keep on expecting that I'll become a Sotapanna or Sakragami, Anagami, Arhat. You have your chanda has to be there, interest has to be there. Without interest, nothing will work. Chandamulaka avuso sabbedhamma. Manasikara sambhava sabbedhamma. Okay, so manasikara has to be there. Yoniso manasikara or ayoniso manasikara, but manasikara has to be there. Otherwise, it will not work. So it's your basic right to know. And that's the reason Buddha says you can even declare. You can declare you have crossed over from the apayas. So we need to scrutinize ourselves. We need to scrutinize ourselves. Where have we reached? Fine. The journey is long, but yes, see, in a normal plane also they put that how many kilometers left. They could have just said that whenever you reach, you reach. Why are you worried? We need to know 10 hours left, 8 hours left, 6 hours left, 4 hours left, 1 hour left, 20 minutes left, 10 minutes left, and then landed. And the air hostess, that captain don't have to even announce, welcome to San Francisco International Airport, blah, blah, blah. You can just say, I don't know where we have landed, but whenever we get out, you will come to know. For mundane thing, we can do this. For something like this, you don't have to know. Because it is, you are playing with birth and death. This is at least okay. If you don't reach San Francisco, you reach Timbuktu, at least you can take another flight from Timbuktu to San Francisco. What will we do with this after we are dead? Anyway, I need to leave as almost time.
Okay, thank you, Guruji.
Okay, see you on Monday.
Thank you very much.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo
Bye-bye.
Buddhaya.